Let's all welcome Bill Stanley. Thank you all for being here. I want to thank everybody who took the opportunity and the time out of their schedule who came here for this announcement. And I'd especially like to thank again those people that Danny recognized. If you don't mind, if I could just take a second. I'd like to thank my delegate, Charles Poindexter, for coming out here. Thank you so much, sir. And I know, and I'm going to list up the delegates here, but I know we give them a good ribbing on the Senate side, but they've got something that we don't. They have a Republican conservative majority. And a good one at that. I want to thank you again, Delegate Danny Marshall. What a great delegate you have here in Danville. A great friend that I've gotten to know over time, a great delegate in our area, Southside and Southern Virginia, James Edmonds. A good friend of mine that we got to know each other in the Senate over the course of time and is here today. I'm so honored to have him. We always seem to vote the right way. There might be a lot of green votes up there on the board, but there might be just 2 red ones, and that's myself and Senator Ralph Smith. I also want to take the time, as you know, we had a special election, and during that time we had 6 candidates, and I got to know each and every one of them, and I guess the campaign was short enough to where we didn't get at each other's throats. We actually became very good friends, but one of the best candidates that we had, of course, who became my legislative assistant, my great friend Brenda Bowman. Brenda, thank you. Another great friend from the campaign from Danville City Council, Fred Shanks, with great city council. And I see in the back a gentleman who's running for Commissioner of Revenue in Pittsylvania County, who I just enjoy so much, Jerry Grubb. Give him a round of applause. And of course, I am 5th District Chairman, so I am very particular and very, I have a soft spot in my heart for my chairman over here. And of course, Brenda Bowman's the Pittsylvania County Chairman, but Pat Barksdale, who's done such a great job in Halifax for so many years. Please give her a round. And I cannot forget my favorite chairman, my chairman of the year of the city of Danville for the 5th District, Sandra Warren. I also want to thank each and every one of you for placing your trust in me to be your voice in the Virginia Senate. It's been a great honor to serve the interests of the people of Southside and Richmond this past session. And despite being the most junior member of the minority party, in just my short time in Richmond, I was able to submit and ultimately win passage of legislation that directly benefits our region. 3 of those bills I'll just tell you briefly. One was a bill that restructures the criteria of eligibility to make it easier for businesses to relocate and bring jobs to our area to access the Governor's Economic Opportunity Fund. Another bill will reduce the number of unfunded mandates. I know you guys love those unfunded mandates. But we'll reduce the number of unfunded mandates from the state to our local governments that have previously resulted in higher taxes on our citizens at the local level. And another bill that benefits you and me, the ratepayer, utility payer. I co-patroned a bill along with Charles Poindexter that gives our Attorney General and the State Corporation Commission more time to scrutinize and challenge rate increase requests from Appalachian Power and other utility companies. And I was also pleased to co-patron the Governor's Transportation Bill, which will provide much needed improvement to our state road infrastructure and put thousands of Virginians back to work. I was also very proud to have provided a critical vote for long overdue legislation that will finally require abortion clinics to adhere to medical safety standards. And I was honored to be a part of the effort to enact an amendment to the Virginia Constitution that will protect the property rights of our citizens by limiting the government's taking authority under eminent domain. Not so bad for a freshman. But there were a few bills, as Danny has described, that I submitted and that they submitted that would have directly benefited Southside Virginia that were killed by the Democrat-controlled Senate committees. To the Northern Virginia-dominated Senate Democrat majority, partisan politics is much more important than positive results for the people of Southside Virginia. And as you can see from the results of the Democrat-controlled redistricting process, the 19th district, the district that I have represented thus far, has been sliced and diced into 4 different Senate districts. I consistently opposed, along with Ralph Smith and other Republicans, the hyper-partisan gerrymandered efforts of the Senate Democrats. As a result, only a small fraction of residents that lived in the 19th district when I was elected still remain in the 19th district. Instead, the largest percentage of my district, nearly 40% of the old 19th, including much of the areas of Franklin, Pittsylvania counties, as well as the city of Danville, have been placed in the 20th district, currently represented by Democrat Roscoe Reynolds. And since redistricting, I've given a lot of thought as to whether to seek re-election, and if so, where. But I believe that it's critical this year for conservatives to become the majority in the state Senate. I believe that's the only way to ensure that our values and our way of life here in Virginia will be preserved. That's the only way that we can achieve results that will put Virginians back to work here in our area. Therefore, I announce to you today that I am relocating my home to southern Franklin County in the portion of my current district that now is in the 20th district, and that I am seeking the Republican nomination for the Virginia State Senate for the 20th district. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not make this choice easily. It's taken a lot of thought. Nor do I take this decision lightly. I do this today because I want to continue my service to the people of Southside. I want to stay on the job for the people of Danville, Franklin, and Pennsylvania. And I want to begin working on behalf of the citizens of Carroll, Halifax, Galax, Henry, Martinsville, and Patrick. As Senator, I have demonstrated the effectiveness our region has to have in Richmond to return our area to economic prosperity and economic greatness. I want to work for you to put our region back to work, and back to work now. I am thankful and humbled by the support and encouragement that I've received from our Governor, Governor Bob McDonnell, our Lieutenant Governor, Bill Bowling, my Republican colleagues in the Senate and the House of Delegates, our region's congressmen, and local leaders and citizens throughout the 20th District in our great Commonwealth who have urged me to run. But we must never forget, and never forget, that when Roscoe Reynolds became the Senator for the 20th District, way back in 1997, Virginia's annual expenditures were just over $18 billion. 13 years later, our spending has increased nearly 73% in state government. Yet unemployment in our area is still at an all-time high. When Roscoe Reynolds became Virginia State Senator of the 20th District in 1997, the unemployment rate in Carroll County was 4%. Today, it stands at 9.1%. When Roscoe Reynolds was first elected in the Virginia State Senate in 1997, the unemployment rate in Patrick County was 3.5%. Today, it is 9.7%. When Roscoe Reynolds was elected to the Virginia State Senate in 1997, the unemployment rate in Henry County was only 3.8%. Today, it is 11.2%. And when Roscoe Reynolds was elected in 1997 to the 20th State Senate District, in Martinsville, the unemployment rate was only 4%. Today, it is an astonishing and unacceptable 17.8%. This cannot stand. I will not let it stand. It is time for us to do something about it. It is time to bring economic prosperity back to Southside and to return our region to its rightful place as a leader in industry here in Virginia. We can do this together. While government cannot create private sector jobs, it can create the environment for all of businesses and companies to locate, grow, and prosper here in Southside Virginia, which will create good, substantial jobs for our fellow citizens. We must continue to fight to shrink the size of government, returning it to its core functions of offering quality education and outstanding schools, assuring public safety and promoting economic growth, and providing roads and highways that are safe for travel and for businesses to bring their goods to market. We must eliminate burdensome laws and unnecessary regulations on individuals and small businesses so that they can grow and flourish without government intrusion. We must promote the entrepreneurial spirit of our citizens and reinstill our young people with the belief that self-determination and the never-ending possibilities of the American dream are there for them. We must focus on providing the best education for our children and stand ready to educate our workforce in order for them to become competitive in this changing economy. We must preserve our conservative values here in Southside and the way of life that we have. And we must never forget that it is the government that serves the people and not the other way around. Because I truly believe that America's, Virginia's, and Southside's best days are still in front of us. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your continued prayers and your future efforts in making this campaign a success in November. Today we stand here at the first of what will be many Stanley for Senate campaign offices that I intend to open throughout the 20th District. I look forward to meeting and listening to the concerns and the needs of the citizens and the leaders throughout the area over the course of the campaign. And when you elect me to be your next senator in the 20th Senatorial District, I will carry your voices and your concerns and your needs with me to Richmond. I humbly respect and ask for your support, and I ask for the opportunity over the next few months to earn both your trust and your vote. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. God bless this great Commonwealth, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much.